is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us today. We get the Dow down 61, NASDAQ off 8, S&P's off 6. You got gold up 460, silver's off 12 cents. You got platinum up 16. Bonds are up 25 ticks. King dollar's up 63 ticks. Euro is getting crushed once again, down 106. What's going to get wild here, though, is that King dollar, folks, bottom line, does not have the juice. It's testing those highs out there today,
yes.
I expect, I wouldn't doubt, even before we get off, that you're going to get a failure up here.
Yeah.
You get 11,000 contracts going into 31. You know? Because you know what is really weird? Is that with the dollar up this high, folks, the market's not getting crushed.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, right.
Just saying, you know, because there was a point there where the euro was towards its lows and the NDX was actually green.
I know, man.
I was like,
I know.
Oh, man, that's a trip.
Well, it really is, because what you had, you know, yesterday is that you had a failure, no doubt, you know, failure at the 1292.
Yes.
But now what you're going to have is that it's going to build more clouds to get into it again.
That's what it's saying, where it just hangs out at those highs.
Yeah. And, you know, the NASDAQ composite, the small caps haven't tested it yet.
Right,
and folks,
exactly.
That's where the harmony comes in. This is going to be a patience game, and it's going to be a absolute field day.
Yeah.
I mean, a field day. You know, let me show you something. Last night, I was working on the tick and trend.
Yeah.
And that workshop, folks, is tonight at 6:30 to 8. If you want to really get your head wrapped around something with clarity about where bottoms come in, folks, come to the workshop. Okay,
that's cool.
Well, I'm going to show them something now.
That's cool.
And it's let me tell you something. I actually found something else out at 4:30 this morning.
Yeah, isn't that the cool thing about preparing for webcasts and always wanting to deliver great content, just like you do when you prepare to go on CNBC. Which is why it's so cool to actually watch on there, because I know you're working. You want to deliver a piece of information that's so.
That's right.
That's why people really listen.
Right, and I got a new one. I'm not kidding, folks.
I love it.
I have one on this baby that's a trip. At 4:30 this morning, right? Me and Harley, my dog, right? We're out grooving, right?
Yeah.
And I says, okay, man. Anyway, I have one.
This is like yesterday. You said I own that candle.
I know.
You own this.
I know. And you know what's so funny about that? This is crazy, folks. I'll tell you. You know, we have a lot of fun doing this anyway. And there's this when you're doing what you want to do, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
But before I got out of bed this morning, I was laughing about that, about your candles, because I was thinking about.
That's cool.
You know how I was working on it last night. So, I was feeling good. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I was feeling good, man.
Yeah.
And I started laughing. And I was actually laughing to myself.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
Thinking
Laughter's
about my
good.
candles.
That's right.
And I said, let me get out of bed. We're going to go hunt this thing. Well, anyway, I want to show you something on the SPY, because the correlations that I do. Is on the SPX, and I'll talk about why that tonight. But the SPY, if we take the SPY, now if you want to see something that's really bizarre, I'll take the SPY first. I'm going to put it back to 2010.
Yeah.
Right? And the thing that I want you to focus on, folks, and if you're watching this on TV, and if you're not, we'll explain it, is that you can see the clarity about how we've come down versus how we've gone up is so dramatic, it's over the top.
Oh, big time.
First time. And it's big.
No question.
It's big. The way that we made the lows in July of 2010.
Yeah.
Okay. Same deal. That was coming into the flash crash.
Right.
Of May.
Right. That's right.
We didn't handle it.
Yes.
Right. Now, the thing that is amazing is that all we're doing, which we were talking about yesterday, is that all we're doing is we're going up and we're testing the other side of the whole deal.
Right.
And it's dangerous.
Right.
I mean, it's so dangerous, it's sick. And, you can see the way that this is sticking out, man, I mean, it's dangerous. It's right now, folks, even, Steve and I were looking at, it wants to go higher, but you know what this probably is? It's probably, on the S&P, a monster ABC down.
Yeah.
And it's going to be.
And you're going back to where 2000 and
well, no, even just the 11.
Okay,
just the 11.
Okay.
It's going to be, so you get 1370.
Yeah.
And if you can conservatively, you can take it down to $1.10. That's 200.
Right.
That's
right.
270.
Yeah, no question. No question.
And then if you end up breaking that 1,000, on the S&P, then forget it, man.
Well, speaking, you've got, because then you start getting below some swing points.
Oh. Dangerous, man.
Right? I mean,
dangerous.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Really, it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, but it's getting clearer every day.
Yeah.
As to where we want to go. Now we just need the whole crowd to go bullish. And that's not happening.
Well, it's good. It's slowly. It's a slow,
that's right.
slow kind of a crawl, if you will.
Right.
To the upside. I think that's what it's signaling to me. It's just kind of a small little crawl up.
That's right.
And and the lunar aspects are lining up with it. You were talking about humor or laughing. And what folks should do, if folks are struggling with some sickness, an illness, a disease, or what have you, if you know somebody in your life that is doing that, go out and buy some of the funniest movies, CDs, scene, or whatever, because laughter does so much to heal your body. Yeah. Certainly, it changes your state.
Right.
And it changes your focus or what have you.
Right.
But since you just kind of talked about a little, humor and laughter.
I thought I would throw that's
that
smart.
Because a lot of times people don't even think about that.
Right.
If somebody's sick, you deliver medicine, go give them a funny movie. Sit down and watch that movie. They'll feel so much better.
There's no doubt about that, man. Yeah. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
If we take a look at this is going to be so deviant, it's unbelievable. Okay, so look at you're pulling back on absolutely no volume, folks. You get $1.30 right now on the NYSE, and we're dealing with 300 on the Nasdaq. I'll tell you, man, it's absolutely wild. Gold out here. If you want to see something that is dangerous, Hecla mining, taking it on the chin in a big way. And this is
now. What's this thing going against? Because it's down below those swing points.
It's got to be a monster ABC down. And what you have, folks, is that if you understand basically swing points, you understand volume, you'd never be in this thing. There's no way.
So it's going to get you down to $2 or so.
Let's see. Your A is $8. Your B is $4.50. You get $3. $4. $4 is the 1-to-1 ABC structure on the way down. Okay. And what you have, bottom line, is that you had a high volume high.
Yeah.
With volume.
High volume low.
High volume low with volume.
Low, yeah.
And the important thing, folks, with the volume in particular, is that you don't bite until they get tested. And you can see what happened here. Well, you know what? It got tested and blown it away. We've already blown it away.
Yeah.
It's 12 million shares versus 13. Now.
And you're only 44 minutes into the session.
And you want to hear the sickest part? Now, check this out, folks. If you don't think that math runs the world, right, and I don't know how this works, but this is about as sick as you get. Now, what's wrong with this stock? Well, number one, that's where it wanted to go. But number two, it didn't have to break it. But what is going on here is that the Lucky Friday mine, where they get all the silver, the regulators just made them shut it down to clean out a huge amount of stuff that they have in there that's dangerous. So what's going to happen is that there's a certain...
that's what signaled the sell-off.
There's a portion of it that they have to basically... They won't be able to mine. And they'll clean out as quick as they can. But the bottom line is that they should have done it long before now.
Yeah, because it's the unlucky Wednesday mine right now.
That's a trip. That certainly is. And so now what you have is they're going to get, I believe, about 7 million ounces out versus 9.2.
Ooh,
so
that's pretty big.
It's a big deal.
But they'll be able to get those. They'll be able to get the other ounces out. Is that just their forecast for this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's watch this, because see, the bigger issue in the golds, folks, is that are they going to go back to February of the 2010 area? Well, Hecla is the first one that did it. If you get the gold report, you know that's where I've always been saying that inside. I said the bigger issue in the golds right now. Do they go back to February of 2010.
Yeah.
And bottom line, Heckler's there.
Okay.
So if Heckler's going to be the beginning,
yeah.
okay, and it doesn't have, see, technically, those other, many of the other goals are set up to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, okay, you set up. Here's the first one, And you can see, now, look at the volume. You see the volume there?
Yeah.
The volume, where is it at? 427.
For sure.
Isn't that sick?
Yeah.
And this is not a buy, by the way, folks. Okay, don't touch this thing, because now it's have to build cars. Now it's got to test. It's got to retest. It's got to do all the above. So
then that would take. So using that, what is it? The GDX, is that the ETF?
It would be. The GDX is the international one.
Okay.
It doesn't say that, but that's what it really is.
Okay.
So if we look at
that's as it same February area.
Yeah, it does. It does. You can see what happens is that you have the high volume low at $50.42.
Yeah.
That had got down there, tested it, rejected it.
Yes.
Okay. Last week, and what the problem is that after all these got rejected, folks, the volume died in the vine. Remember yesterday
it moved up to the top.
I was talking about that the GLD, only had, it was shot by 70% yesterday. That's insane.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane.
For moving up. And it was up.
That's big problems, though.
Yeah.
The correlation and the percentage correlation, when you see something like that, it's like, get out of the way. Now, if we go take a look at the GDX, what you're going to see when we bring it over to February, where is she in here somewhere? Let's see, February. It's not that far away, man.
Yeah.
It's only 40. It's only 46.
Yeah.
But what happens now? Watch what happens, folks. This is where the real danger comes in. Let me put this back to 09 for a second, because once you get under, look at this. You get under this.
Yeah.
Which you get under all
you're back
of that.
Down to 40, but below 40.
You can actually take the top of that, which is 66. You take the bottom of that, which is 50, and then take 16 off 50.
Yeah. Right.
Disaster.
No, a nice trade.
Yo, big time.
Yeah,
no, listen, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Nice trade is what it turns out to be.
Pretty amazing, no doubt.
Yeah.
So I was looking in the Tigers Den, folks. And if you haven't test drove the Tigers Den, come on in for 30 days, because I was looking at one of the questions you had in there this morning about the P index date. And there's not one for a long time.
No, the next P index date is April 23rd. So I mean it's out there, and if you I've got a list of every P index date for 2012. It's really important to understand, in my opinion, is to be able to understand the roadmap that's in front of you.
Oh yeah.
So because we use these from a timing standpoint, because you like the markets to be completing a pattern as you're coming up into these areas. Could be a retracement, could be a butterfly Gartley, whatever it might be. Could be just a test of a swing point.
Right.
That you've got out there. Now in February there is a set as a major conjunctive period. I think that in the middle of February, third week in February, there's going to be some real fireworks.
Oh, baby.
Yes.
I like that. I like
Absolutely.
that. Middle of February, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to get everyone.
For Valentine's Day, there's going to be some fireworks, folks.
We'll be in love with the shot side.
Exactly. Well, whatever the market's at, if it's moving up, we'll be in love with that. That's right.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shree's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing. But what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while actually reducing your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns, making missed opportunities a thing of the past. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
In 1929, Joe Kennedy had $4 million. By 1932, he grew it into $180 million. All this during the Great Depression. The good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time has been spent in recession. How would you like the strategies that are bulletproof against the turmoil of our economy in these fast-changing times? For the last quarter of a century, I've studied and used the secrets used by millionaires and billionaires. These are bulletproof strategies that will absolutely astonish you. I'd love to introduce you to these concepts that will absolutely change your life. You'll learn the 3 ways to grow any business exponentially. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien and host of the Trader's Edge, both seen daily at TFNN.com. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then go to TFNN.com, look under Breaking News, and click on the Get Steve Rhodes Special Report link, and I'll email you this free report, Pathways to Wealth.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Yes, your daily range.
Cool.
Cooking, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We at the Dow right now, down 35. NASDAQ down 1.5. You get the S&Ps off 3. And this little baby is going to, basically claw its way all the way back. Now, and as you were saying earlier, it is absolutely amazing that it's clawing its way back with the dollar up 56 ticks. But there's no juice behind it. Yeah. Absolutely no juice. The market knows that. If you just go take, the UUP, you can see what just happened here.
So it got up over, huh?
Yeah, you got 1 million shares, though, and you're going into 9.7.
Yeah.
It doesn't fly. Bonds, let's see what's going on with bonds, because bonds,
there was a little divergence yesterday from the bonds.
Yeah, there definitely was. And there it is now. Okay, so now what you have is this. Man, you gotta love this, man. Okay, you see, really, okay, so check it out, folks. You get 100,000 contracts. Yeah. That's not even close. Now, it has the price going. But you need 450.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen, So that just means that, bottom line, you're going to get a failure with the bonds. Bonds want to get lower, short term, to build up some more cause to get into that 160. 160 is going to blow.
I think you're excited to do this webinar tonight.
Yeah, I am. I am.
Give some really good piece of information.
I'm telling
trading
you,
strategies.
I absolutely have. Well, what it is, it's a specific formula, flat out.
Yeah. Oh,
and
so cool.
What has happened? See,
so cool.
what's really neat is this. The market's always changing, of course. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, what has changed dramatically is that the tick and the trend the numbers have changed dramatically from the 90s.
Okay.
The original guy that taught me this, his name is Tim Wood.
Yeah.
And Tim and I used to trade a lot together.
Yes.
And we would bet the farm if we got a closing tick of 3.
Okay.
I mean, closing trend. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
It has changed dramatically.
Okay.
And it's all changed, but it's accurate beyond belief.
Yeah.
And what has happened is that now it's just not that. The way that used to go with that, he used to do the tick and the trend and then a candle. He loved the whole deal. It was a candle because he loves candles.
Your ticks and trends and my candles?
That's right. That's right. And then basically I do the swing point and the volume with it, you know. But, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it's because it's a fair gauge.
Yeah.
That's what
which is great. Which is what you need.
It's
because
fear.
even ourselves when we're trading those areas, there's still some fear in there.
Oh, big time.
So you want to be able to go to a technical indicator that you can rely upon,
right?
Where you know what it is you're looking for.
That's
to
right.
be able to pull that trigger.
That's right. It's fear.
Yeah.
And it's a contrarian indicator.
Yeah.
You know, so it's cool.
Yeah. And I watched you do it October 4th.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. It's bizarre, I know, believe me. You know, it's funny how it works.
Yeah.
The neat thing, folks, is that once you understand that what you're looking for, what happens is that you're looking, bottoms just don't come in. They basically get made.
Yeah.
So you understand you're getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
So that when they actually come in, it's a little easier buying them.
Yeah.
You still want to be fearful because I know if I'm still scared, I know I'm going to be right.
Well,
you know, if I'm not scared, then you get trouble because then you're not thinking correctly.
Yeah.
You know?
And so one way to ease that fear though is by simply using in my opinion using 1% of your trading capital as your risk, and then understanding your position size, because then it becomes a whole lot easier to make the trade.
Absolutely.
You know, and you've got the right risk reward, and so folks can they go over to the homepage of TFNN, they'll see. On the in the carousel,
right?
You know, they will see it says the power of position sizing. They can watch the video, so there's training on how to use a position size calculator.
Yes,
and they can use it for free for 30 days, and it's such an impact on their trading.
Yes.
And that's how you want to be able to, once you've got the, you know, you want to be able to have the trade set up ahead of time.
That's right.
It makes it a whole lot easier to pull the trigger, so you know your position sizes, you know what ETF or equity it is that you're going to buy.
Yep. And you're cooking. You're cooking with gas.
Exactly. Well, I'm looking forward to 6:30.
Oh, yeah. And one of the biggest things on the deal, folks, too, is that these are bottoms that if you are not a trader, if you are an investor, you know, going in and out of 401ks, you want to, because these are solid bottoms.
Yeah.
Well, I say solid bottoms. You're going to get 100 S&P points off them, 120 S&P.
Well, that's
monster. Right.
It's better than you know, leaving your funds just sitting there.
Right.
And you know, most people only open up their statements maybe once a year.
I know, man.
That's
one thing that blows my mind.
That's really crazy.
I just don't get it. You know. You know what? No, I do get it. I do get it. But you know, I don't understand.
Yeah, well, the setup is that you're making a selection of boxes for the most part. You know, you're busy carrying on your day.
But why you continue to work when you leave your money somewhere else?
Yeah, I agree.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling out there. I want to say, we'll say hi to William out in Singapore. He's got a new tiger growling and prowling in Singapore.
Perfect.
I heard him call you early in the morning.
Really?
He called me in the afternoon, man. He's up all night.
I love it.
It's a beautiful thing. We're going to be right back, folks. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
In 1929, Joe Kennedy had $4 million. By 1932, he grew it into $180 million. All this during the Great Depression. The good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time has been spent in recession. How would you like the strategies that are bulletproof against the turmoil of our economy in these fast-changing times? For the last quarter of a century, I've studied and used the secrets used by millionaires and billionaires. These are bulletproof strategies that will absolutely astonish you. I'd love to introduce you to these concepts that will absolutely change your life. You'll learn the 3 ways to grow any business exponentially. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien and host of the Trader's Edge, both seen daily at TFNN.com. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then go to TFNN.com, look under Breaking News, and click on the Get Steve Rhodes Special Report link, and I'll email you this free report, Pathways to Wealth.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
No, it's not. Yeah. Not bad at all. Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go and take a look at Big Blue. Big Blue's going to be coming out with its numbers. Let's see. So she's coming out with the numbers on the 19th.
Okay.
That's what's that? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday.
9 days from now. Yeah.
And that's the Big Blue is going to be an important one because they have to spike something in order for that Dow to get up to where we're figuring it may get.
What percentage from
11%.
That's big.
11%. Big number. No doubt about it. Big number. And Apple, good old Apple, folks, is absolutely setting up to do a butterfly. I mean, look at that setup right now. Yeah. Oh, it's sick. And, when you look at it, see, we get two small gaps.
Yeah.
We do a monster gap over there. Bye-bye. See ya. Don't want to be a... That'd be a beautiful thing.
Well, so you got the index is green. What else is what's pushing? What's lagging and what's pushing?
Inside the NDX 100. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so pushing it higher, you get First Solar, Sears, DirecTV, and Virgin Media. That's a trick.
That's a joke.
That's not so good.
That's a joke. We were looking for.
That's a joke. Taken away from his Marvel Technology, Rango Resources, Tiva, and Prego. Well, let's go look at First Solar first. We know First Solar has been a mess, and that's still a mess. You know, so it's good. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Right. As long as it continues to float higher. Right?
Yeah. It's like okay, it's gonna get up to those levels. Google, is up $3. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon's building costs to get higher price. Amazon's going to, let's see when Amazon's coming out with numbers. They've already told 27th. That's going to be a while, but Amazon's building cars. Now, what was really cool is last night is that
Microsoft.
This is as sick as you get, folks. Yeah. Microsoft last night, so Baldwin come out last night and says, hey, the PC sales are not coming in.
Right. I guess I did hear that, but...
And the stock was only down 20 cents.
Yeah.
And you can see right now, folks, the stock opens down 27.43, rejects lower price, forget it. That it was the ultimate. And I was cracking up anyway. It's like, oh, PC sales, who buys PCs anymore? I guess we still do, but you're buying servers, to basically run media. You're not buying,
Well, and really, we've been watching Microsoft move up with some volume behind it, with some conviction.
Right.
You're an hour into trading, you've done about 20 million shares. That 20 million shares is going into 74 million from July 26th. But that's just an hour into it. It's got volume behind it.
That's right. That's right. And it's what's going to be possible here. Hey, you know what? Next year we got to remember this. We're going to the CES show.
Okay.
Yeah, we're definitely going to the CES show.
Okay, well,
we should have been there this year.
Huh?
That's what we're going to. No, that's what. Have you been there?
I have.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's where we're going next year.
Well, I used to have a bunch of stores in Vegas. So for the big shows, I would typically, be. It wasn't necessarily good for business. CES was actually the worst week for me from a business standpoint.
Okay.
Because the folks that attended there, and back in those days, back in the computer days, if you will. Well, no, I was talking Comdex show. Comdex was the worst. CES was okay.
Right.
Comdex was absolutely the worst. Those guys wouldn't spend any money, guys or gals.
Okay.
It was terrible for the casinos. That's why the casinos, what they would do is they would take their rack rates and they'd multiply them by 10. It'd be $300 a night for room at Circus Enterprise.
Wow.
Or something,
what a trip.
because they knew that the folks were not spending any money on the tables.
And gambling.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they tried to make it up somehow.
Right. Yes. Well, next year we're going to broadcast live from
I love it.
And the reason, there's a couple reasons I want to go there, folks. There's a lot of business there, number one.
Yeah.
But what I realized, and I started thinking about this, is that what's real possible with Microsoft, what's happening, Microsoft, folks, may have figured out the TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And this is where I'm going with this, okay? Their Connect boxes, okay?
Right,
and their Xboxes and that whole bit, right? That is as close, and now they're going with voice. And if Microsoft is the first one out, the Samsung's doing it, there's going to be a big fight. But let me tell you something. Who figures that out? You walk in your house, you say, hey, I want to listen to Steve and Tom. Put Steve and Tom up. Bang!
Oh, baby.
Okay?
I love that.
That's bottom going. That could be the winner, Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. Give us a call. We want to know what's going on in your world. Going to be right back.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks.
Going green.
The market is crawling. It's clawing its way back. The euro, we go take a look at the euro. Bottom line, hasn't done much yet, but bottom line rejected that low. Dollar index, that's going to be the number. And so she's 13,000 contracts. And let's see. She did pull back, but let me see if we get no juice yet on the pullback. We got a high out there with 769. So we don't have a seller yet. What happens in this contract, folks? They stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about that.
Well, look, the euro's just going against my hammer.
That's right. Your hammer candle. Your hammer candle.
I love it.
Let's go to Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Hey, guys, it's the 2-for-1 discount hour. How's everybody?
It's a beautiful thing,
no
man.
discount. We charge premiums.
Oh, man, come on now. I call it the 2-for-1 deal. You call, you ask for one question, and you get two opinions.
That's right.
Hey, first and foremost, man, looking forward, Tom, to the webinar tonight on the trim and tick index, man, because I've been begging you for about 2 months now to do it.
That's right. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, man, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I always, it's so funny, folks. I was talking about it earlier, but I'll tell you, every time I do one of these, and that's it's always interesting. That's when I started, even the radio program in 1994. Yeah. That's why I started it. But you keep getting, all of us get smarter every day.
Yeah.
But it's unfolding that onion, and life is one big onion. You just keep unfolding it.
No question. And I was working last night. I was working on. We're not going to announce it just yet, but there's a new webinar.
Yes.
That I'm working on, part of our Go Long America.
That's right.
Whole program, something different, unique. I was working on that all night.
It's a beautiful.
No football. There's no football. This first night without football since Christmas.
Saturday night, man. Watch out, Denver and Boston.
Oh yeah.
And New England. Yeah, right.
No doubt, it's going to be a great game to watch. I'll tell you. The game I pulled for the Dolphins. It was such a letdown again.
Yeah.
Again. The only thing is, my friend Tom, we gave your Patriots a run for the last game there for a while. We had you guys shut down in the first half, but then Tom Brady, being Tom Brady, comes back and lights up our secondary like we're a high school team.
Man, he lit it up too, didn't he? Holy
cow! He lit it up. And I'll tell you, Tom, let me say this, man. He lit up Miami secondary the way Dan Marino used to light up the Patriots secondary, and I was like, man, this is payback for all the days of Dan Marino. Is what this is.
I like that quote, light up.
I'm telling you, man, it really was. I was like, because I'm thinking to myself, obviously, don't get me wrong, I'm not in my head in the sand. I was like, the Patriots are one of the strongest, if not the strongest team in the AFC, but I'm thinking to myself, we're playing a good game, we're shutting you guys down, we're doing it in New England, and I think we actually got a chance to win this right up until the time the half comes, and then, of course, halftime, Belichick makes the adjustments, comes out, and kicks our ass.
No, I agree, man. I mean, because I was watching it saying, man, this is pretty intense. And then he unleashed that. It was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I know. And that wasn't my impression, Tom. I was less than happy with Tom O'Brady. Tom Brady, rather, lighting this up, man. I was like, oh,
you can call him O'Brady. It's all right.
But hey, anyways, listen, guys. I apologize if you went over this already because I'm tuning in. I had to see some clients this morning. I'm tuning in here a little bit on the late side. I took a position on the TBT at around 18, and it seems like every time the bonds want to pull back, they keep doing it on lighter volume. Should I stay in this trade, take my profit? What are your thoughts?
Okay, so the TBT, folks, is the inverse correlation of the bonds. I'd stay there for right now.
What would you put down as a target for closing it out at?
Well, the problem is right now is that, well, I mean, you can get into 2003 pretty easy, you know. That's game. You know, you're going to get some flack going up there. The TLT right now, the TLT focuses a long position of 1-to-1. I mean, the TLT does want to go test that 112 to 109. If you get that, then you get some real action, man. Do you know what I mean?
All right. Yeah.
Now, what should happen?
I had if I could follow up on the TBT for a brief second.
Just give me 1 second. Hold on. What should happen today is that you should get an absolute failure today. That's what you want. So out of this bond, like if you look at the bond, it's up 19 ticks. You want to see this bond flat. I suspect you're going to get it. This market wants to go topside right now, and what happens is that it's really cool when you open flat. You go down. You have Europe down. Asia was mixed. This thing gets going, there's going to be a lot of traders on the wrong side of this market.
I mean, look, this morning when I was up and as the euro was down, I had to keep hitting my computer to say the futures are only down this.
Yeah, right.
It was. You would think it'd be down significantly considering the move in the dollar index.
That's right.
You know, because that was a healthy move, and I mean, even oil kind of retraced a little bit, but I was like, wow, look at the futures; they're down a very small amount.
Pound was down 100 ticks as well, so it's like, okay, this is a good sign.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially having done a move yesterday, doing that test. You know, it was really what you wanted to see.
Yes.
Sure. Going back to if I could, guys, going back to the TBT, I got to stop in around 1780. Does that make sense to you guys?
Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, you could put a stop now right under today's low. This should not go any lower. It absolutely should. I mean, I wouldn't even. It shouldn't go any lower because what you have is that you get 5 million shares. You know, you're going against 10 million. Well, that's kind of a lot, but you know, it shouldn't go any lower because if it does, then you know the whole bottom line is that bonds are going to go higher at this point versus lower.
Right. Well, listen, guys, I certainly appreciate it, Tom, and I just want to go back to you for a brief minute, man, because, like I said, I've been hitting you up here for the listeners that haven't been listening to you for a while. You actually listen to your clients and your customers, and like I said, I've been hitting you up for this tick index webinar for about 2 months, man. I just want to say thanks for listening and doing it for us, man. Much appreciated.
Listen, man. I want to thank you for bringing it up. You know what? I hadn't done one of these in 6 or 7 years. And what happens, folks, is that this is what ends up happening. This is a tool that you'll use maybe twice a year, okay? But let me tell you something. It's an insane tool,
Big time pay for itself.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. And so thanks for bringing it up because I said, oh, yeah, because you know what happens is that I've been doing this so long, you forget what you know. And it's just, just like swimming. It's just part of the thing.
It's not an everyday tool. No. But it's a tool that's used at such moments where you can make such incredible money.
Big dollars.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate it because I want to be the next Tom O'Brien, man.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
You got to get in line, though, behind me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Thanks so much. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow down 23. NASDAQ went green. S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, you know, Lennar came out with their numbers this morning. Bottom line, they matched their estimate. But top line number, folks, it's pretty amazing. 952 million versus 874. 90 days. Their backlog is up 35%. Gross margin is hitting 21%. You know,
they're part of the Go Along America program, baby.
No, there's no doubt about it, man. And the 4th quarter orders are up 20%. So big number, man. It's pretty amazing. Thursday, folks. Let's see. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow at 5:35 on my afternoon show, I'm going to have William Cohan on. Now, he's the author of House of Cards and the Lost Tycoons. Money and Power, House of Cards, Lost Tycoons. Stay tuned. You're going to hear a good interview. This guy worked in the business for 15 years, and what the interview is specifically going to be about is about the monopoly that the investment banks have right now. That's what we're going to be talking about. Cool. So we'll get some action there. Let's see. What day? What day is today?
Wednesday.
So Wednesday, we're going to go from here. We're going to go up to Newton, Massachusetts. We'll get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Yeah. Then we're going to get our cowboy boots on. We're going to go out to Tucson, Arizona. I love it. We get our man Larry Pesavento back here with David White and myself. You know what I'm doing this weekend? It's Angie's birthday this weekend, folks. Right?
Oh, perfect.
So she wanted to go horseback riding. That's right. It's going to be dynamite. We're going to a ranch. And we're going to be horseback riding, and we can bring our dog. And
that'd be cool.
So it's going to be amazing. I can't wait, man. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
And we're going to have some pretty nice, cool weather for you.
Yeah, totally.
For Florida. Which, when you're horseback riding, you don't want it to be 75, 80 degrees outside.
No,
absolutely.
You want it to be cooler.
Absolutely. So how'd you time that? Who do you know? Who do you know upstairs to to pull that kind of weather in there?
Thank you, God. Totally, no doubt about it. Let's go up to Rick in British Columbia. I think Vancouver. Did Vancouver win last night? I was watching that game last night, but I fell asleep.
Yeah, I thought maybe you and Steve went to the game.
Nah, I was watching it. Angie and I were on. I was watching it. They were losing 2-0, and then I went home and I forgot about it.
Well, that game against Boston was the best game of the year because there was huge emotion in the game, And so I think, like they were saying after it happened, it was going to be hard to go. They played Florida. They lost 2-1, which I think is in Miami, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and then to Tampa. They didn't seem to have the same intensity, but that's natural. And it's 80 games, anybody can beat anybody if you don't have your A game, just like the NFL, right?
Hey, look, those boys travel with their sticks. Yesterday was a nice day to be out golfing. I'll bet you they had some sunburns going on.
Hey, did you hear Sunday night John Elway's house got egged?
No.
Did you hear about that? Yeah.
No.
Somebody threw 12 eggs and only 2 hit the house. Tim Tebow is the prime suspect. The reason I say that, if you follow him, as much as we hope for him, he's not very accurate with his throws, right? He was Sunday. Yeah. But all the previous games, it was amazing. And I'm hoping for him. I think.
Look, even in the fourth quarter, with 30, 40 seconds, he threw a pass that was somewhat suspect. But he might have been at the end of the game more focused on.
Actually, he threw the ball amazingly well Sunday. Like, he went into some games, I think he was like 5 for, I don't want to exaggerate too much, but 5 for 17, or I think it was like 2 for 12 one game. And actually, I was listening to an NFL channel, sports talk radio, and they were talking about that as a joke, right?
Yeah.
And if you watched him up to the game previous, his throws just weren't there,
Hey, listen, Rick, the Tigers want you to come into the den so they can hang you high. Get in that den. They're gonna hang you high.
I love it.
Hey, listen, man. I'm sorry, man. It's over. Come on in the den. They're gonna hang you high, brother. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Thanks for being here, folks. Always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. You stay right there because man, Basil Chapman's coming up next. Larry Pesavento.
Perfect, folks.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
I will see you tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock.
9 o'clock, that's right, man.